In this series, LPYGO and myself will be dueling to decide once and for all what is the superior retro format, GOAT or Edison. LP will be representing for the GOAT world while I will be dueling on behalf of the Edison community. Which format will come out as king? Stay tuned to find out. Alright guys, so this is what I have cooked up for week 1. We're playing some good old Quickdraw, the quintessential Edison deck. The deck that everyone, probably starts off with. You learn with your Quickdraws, you learn with your Averages, your Raikos, your Kaises, just fundamental Edison. I wanted to keep it nice and simple. Nothing too crazy with this list. I made some interesting choices for the main deck that aren't so common. Like this Ryza, this Dark Simorgh, but other than that, the list is pretty standard. 2 Hamster, 2 Raikos, just great sets. Dandy, Debris Dragon, great to pair with each other. The Dandy also pairs nicely with the Quickdraw Synchron, so you can make your boss monster, Drill Warrior, and hopefully loop your Drill Warrior with your Dandelion tokens, and then you get that resource loop established. Triple Kai's, because it's the best tribute monster in Edison. Double Quickdraw Synchron, the namesake of the deck. Ryza, just to fuel our Dark Simorgh, but also another good tribute summon. Lone Fire can tutor out our Dandelion or our Titanial. Gorge is just a good defensive card. Card Trooper, Sangan, just good normal summons. Battle Fader, just to protect our life points a little bit. And Dark Simorgh for a little bit of spice. I thought it'd be interesting versus a GOAT format deck if they can't set. That's all that GOAT format players do. They just T-set and pass. That's all they can do. So if I summon Dark Simorgh, I should win the game, right? That's my thought, at least. Then we have Book of Moon, MSC, Heavy Storm, Pot of Avarice, Brain Control, Charge, and that's it for the spells. All pretty standard cards. Solemn, Mirror Force, Torrential, Deep Prison, Bottomless, and 1 Trap Dust Shoot for the trap lineup. And then for the side deck, we have a little, targeted hate for GOAT format specifically. Since I know that LPYGO is going to be playing GOAT Control, I'm going to play Vanity Fiend. What if they can't meta, if they can't GOAT, what are they going to do, I figure if I stick this card, it's pretty nasty. So, we have DD Crow. DD Crow just to hit Surf. Maybe you can do it against like a Resolved Faith. Maybe you can preemptively do it so they don't drop their BLS. I don't know. Maybe it's not a good card to side, but I went with it. We went with double Book of Moon to stop those pesky Thousand Eyes. We have triple Nova Cross out just to hit those flip monsters, those Magician of Faith, whatever other flips LP might be running. We have Mind Control, takes the Faiths, why not? Deal with Chaos monsters. If he's running any, I assume a BLS is in there. I don't know about Chaos work, but we have triple Compulse and double Carbon Cut. More just good ways to answer Thousand Eyes, I think. So that is the deck in all its glory. I'm not going to talk too much about the extra deck. We don't have a lot of utility in our extra deck, notably because we don't have any tuners that don't have restrictions on them. So we can only summon dragons or synchro monsters that need a synchron tuner. But anyways, that's the deck. Let's check out what LPYGO has built for this week.
What's going on, everybody? LP here, back at it again, this time on Fancy Diesel's channel. Shout out Fancy. As you saw from the thumbnail and the title, we're doing Edison versus GOATs. Fancy just gave his awesome Edison deck format list. I'm giving you guys my GOAT format list. Today I'm bringing you a interesting GOAT format, GOAT control list. So let's get right into the list. We're playing BLS, Breaker, Sork, and DMOC. Of note, Sork and DMOC are going to be our DDB targets. We're playing Triple Faith. That, along with our DMOC, is going to allow us to abuse our spell cards from the graveyard. The theme of this deck is that we're going to... we have a lot of broken cards in GO format that Edison format just doesn't have, or they have it at 1 or some sort of restriction on them. So we're going to try to use and abuse as many of those cards as possible. Faith and DMOC allow us to do that. I skipped over our Monarchs. We're going to talk about our Grand Mark and our Zaborg. These are our ways to convert off our BrainCon, and they're going to be our Caius of the Go format. Being able to convert one of his monsters for BrainCon and being able to utilize a tribute summon effect like Caius's in Go format or an Edison format is going to be really helpful to generate some advantage. Sangan, Serpent, and Tribe are staples. We're playing double Sook. Can't have Go control without Sook. Same thing with our Book of Moon. They're doing the same job, manipulating our Turs and manipulating our Magician of Fates. BrainCon is a way to abuse our Monarchs. As well, we could play 3 BrainCon. However, like I said earlier with the conversion, it's hard to convert everything in a Go format list. I know we have our metas to convert things with, so there is an argument to play 2 or 3, but 1 is just going to be enough, and it will be fine for this list. Duo, Charity, and Pot are going to be our trinity. Heavy, triple meta, and triple goat. Meta and goat are your staples for your goat control lists. These are a way to access our extra deck. Most importantly, to note that we don't have synchros. Fancy is going to have all his fancy synchros, right? We don't have those. We only have our fusion monsters that we can utilize. So this is our way to access them, and having 3 meta allows us to see the most of them. Space as well as our heavy for our back row removal. Premature is another broken card that we get to use. It's our Monster Reborn. We get to take back our big monsters like our BLS or Sork. We can take back our Demock to enable its effect to get us our spell cards from graveyard, or we can hit a big beater off a Monarch. And Snatch Steal, this is going to be like our brain control. This is our broken card to manipulate and take our opponent's monster, this time permanently. Swords is just our Go Control classic. Double Bottomless, something you can play in both Edison format and in Goat, so we're utilizing that. Instead of Deep Prison, we will be playing Double Sock. We don't have access to Deep Prison yet, so. Our Call the Haunted, our DDV. We have many targets for this, as you'll see in the Fusion deck as well. But in the main deck, we have our 2 targets, and this will be something that we can utilize. Our Force and our Torrential. These cards don't change. And our Ring. Our Ring is the only card that I really want to talk about. It's going to be the most broken trap card that we have access to. And being able to utilize a Ring to create this scenario where we have our opponent on do we have it, don't we have it, those kind of fun chicken game scenarios, is going to be really fun to utilize. So I'm excited for that. Into our side, playing our Mobius as our other Monarch. A Lightning Vortex, it's at 1 in Goat, so we're only playing the 1. These 2 cards, I'm only have to be wary of a Starlight Road. So because they're hitting 2 or more cards, we obviously want a plus with our Vortex, but you don't want to run into a Starlight Road. So Disappear. Now, this is the only sus card I really want to talk about. That's because, you know, you could play a card like Kaiku. However, in this particular list, I'd like to use my normal summons for a Faith or a Monarch or a Sook, being able to generate advantage that way. And having our Disappear act as our DD Crow in a trap card is a lot nicer to be able to quick effect remove something from our opponent's graveyard that we otherwise wouldn't have access to in Go format. Triple Dust. Triple Oppression. We get to use 3 Oppression. However, it's important to note as well, there's a difference in ruling between Edison and Goat. In Edison, you're allowed to flip and activate within the same chain, and in Goat, you're not. So that's the ruling we're going to have to play with, but we do get 3 of it, so that'll be helpful. Triple Dust Shoot. It's another thing where Edison has it at 1, we have at 3. Not main deck, though, because this is a tempo game, and we won't be able to utilize our main 40 going first, and then going second or going first in games 2 and 3. If our opponent's on some, they bring in more monsters, we're able to utilize our Dust Shoot more effectively. So that's why it's sided. And of course, Double Judgment. I'd like to play 3. There's just no room. Into our extras, there's not a whole lot to talk about. Just our Dark Bolter, our Dark Blade, and our Dark Flare. Those are all DDV targets. Darkfire and Dragoness are level 3, level 4 conversions. We have our level 5 conversion for Fiend Skull. Gatling Dragon is going to be nice for our BLS. It can also wipe our opponent's board, and it's also a DDV target. Gilta, Oz, Ojama King. We have our Reaper on the Nightmare, our Ryu Senshi, and then Triple Tur. This Tur is going to be the main way we're controlling the game. We're able to suck his monsters and then beat him with his own monsters. Being able to suck a synchro monster off a Tur feels kind of nice. So that's what this is the main way that we're going to interact with his board. And that's it for the Go Control list. So let's hop into some games.
All right, LP, how are you doing today?
I am ready and raring to see which is the better format and seeing that Goat will win.
All right, if you say so. I don't know. I have a pretty formidable Edison deck, but we'll see. Let's take it to the rock, paper, scissors, see who goes first. Oh.
Paper gang, I see you.
Like minds think alike. But the rock gang prevails. And obviously, I have to go first.
Man, all right.
You know, good luck, LP. Oh, well, how are you? Pain. Every time, man. Anytime you play this deck. Okay, well, that changes things. I'll go Lone Fire Blossom, effect.
Those are good cards.
And I will special summon Dandelion. And I will pass. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay, I'll go to standby and main.
All good.
Okay, what do I do here? There's arguments for every scenario, but I think this is the best. We're gonna go normal or tribe.
Okay.
And we're just gonna swing in.
Sure, that makes sense. I'm going to get 2 fluff tokens that I feel like won't be around for too much longer. Oh, and I get kicked by DB.
You get kicked by DB, classic. I will use my effect of my tribe calling plants, and I'll out that.
Excellent. All right.
Let's go to main phase 2, and I think I'll be greedy and I'll set another back row and I'll pass.
Okay. All right, that's not the draw I wanted to see, but it'll have to work. I'll just T-set and pass. A classic.
I don't like this. Stand by main.
Yep,
Let's
all good.
see. Another dandy. What else can you have? You could have debris. I can't hit debris. This is annoying.
You got tribe. You can clear any of those. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I can clear anything, but it costs cards in my hand.
This is true.
And you're going to be drawing one for turn, and I'll be down. I will set.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll just set and pass.
Okay. Just set and pass, eh?
I'm playing control deck. Let me play slow.
Okay, that's fair. Now, the question is, did you metagame me and put some bottomless trap holes in your main deck? That's what I'm wondering about.
What do you mean? It's not like I play as an Edison.
Alright, let's go for it. So, we got Chainlink 1, Dandelion, Chainlink 2, Caius, if the summon is successful, and I will go after your set monster.
The summon is successful.
Okay, I will get 2 fluff tokens, and we will try to hit your tribe.
That also walks, so I'll take
Whew!
800 here.
Alright, I was not expecting that. It could be a scapegoat back there, we'll see.
It was pretty good. I should have played more aggressively, but, you know, there's always another turn.
Mm-hmm. You got plenty of good draws. You got Pot, you got Graceful.
I do, but I don't have those draws. You did have the other dandy. That's pretty nice. I will.
It's pretty good. Not too bad.
Puts me in a weird scenario. I think I do have to play greedy.
Oh.
All right. I will set some more aggro.
Yeah, really? Okay. That's not suspicious at all. I think I'm also going to set some background.
Whoa.
I'm also going to set some back row.
Yes. I will get my book.
Oh. He played me like a fiddle.
Yes, you're played like a fiddle, but it's okay.
Alright, well, I'll pass. You have a light graveyard now.
I do. Stand by main.
Yep, all good.
There is some more back row I'd like to put down in the field, and I'll pass it off.
Okay, well, I don't really think I want to do anything else into 5 back row. Saku.
Yeah, that was...
Okay.
Had to happen.
That did have to happen, I agree. I agree with that sentiment. Now I have to think, am I okay with playing into Torrential Tribute? And I think I kind of am. So I'll flip up my hamster. I will use the effect.
Good. Hamster's good.
Anything on the Summon of Raiko?
No, sir.
Okay, cool. Well, we made it this far, so I guess we'll pass turn.
Okay. Man, oh man. My kingdom for a monster. I guess we're going end phase and passing.
I love to see that. Now the question is, do I flip up this Raiko? And I think the answer is yes. I'm gonna flip up Raiko, and I'm gonna target this one.
Sure, I'll just let that go.
Okay, you don't want to chain it on one of my monsters?
Okay.
That is fair. The next thing I want to do is I want to do a double tribute for Titanial. This is why we didn't go for this on turn 1, because it was in my hand. It was my 6-card bottomless.
I will attempt to bottom it.
That's fair. I was greedy. Alright. I'm going to try and pot of avarice. I have my own pot of greed.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Alright.
Yeah, that walks.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4, 5. We will shuffle up, draw 2. I want to activate this charge, 1,000,003. We're doing things
here.
here.
More than one game action. You're doing more than one game action, bro. This is too fast for my go format.
This is the power of Edison right here, baby. And you know what? I have some more game actions I'd like to take. I'd like to Pot of Avarice again.
My kingdom for a DD Crow, man.
Oh, too bad you don't get to run that.
Nope.
2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, we'll do this. Shuffle up, draw 2. We've already normal summoned. So with that being said, we will pass.
Okay, we'll start turn. Stand by main.
Yep. What do you got?
I will more set cards.
More
That
set
is
cards.
all I got for you.
That is the GOAT format special right there.
That's the go format way.
Alright, well, let's try for Ryza the Storm Monarch. Do we have another bottomless?
No, but we will go to.
Alright. Can we get in for 24?
No, sir.
I didn't think so. We will set that Ryza. And I think I'll just pass there. 1,000 defense. See if your set monster can run it over.
I will
No.
put it back.
Alright.
And I will pass.
That's good for me, I think. Alright, let's just try and attack.
Yeah.
Okay, another, the third faith.
Many choices here.
Yeah, we'll get back the Book of Moon.
Yeah.
I will just set a monster and pass.
Okay. Standby main.
Yep.
I'm gonna flip the heavy here.
Ah, that resolves. I have no response to that.
Okay.
Alright, everything goes.
I'm gonna use a broken go card. I'm gonna pre-mat.
Yeah, that's fine. You're using a lot of cards here. You're kind of all in.
Yeah, I kind of have to be.
Yeah, I get that.
But I could just nah. Nah, I have to do it this way.
Oh, you got a Monarch. Grand Mark. Okay. Yeah, sure. That's pretty good. That is pretty good.
I will go combat.
Yep.
The book you knew about.
Yep.
I will swing into that.
Yep. That all works.
But now, as you see, I have one card. You have going up to 7 in hand.
Yeah, this might be a problem.
So please don't hurt me.
Well, you have a Monarch. I also have a Monarch.
Oh, that's pretty good.
All right, let's get in for 24.
Yes.
And then 1, 2, 3 back row. We'll pass it back to you.
Anything would do it. That does not do it for me.
All right.
Standby, main. I'll just go end phase.
End phase. All right, well, I can only get in for 24, so you are not dead.
have
Not technically.
one more turn. One more turn.
I'll set and pass.
That's a card.
That is a card.
That is a card.
Well, that is also a card.
Yep.
Game 2. All right.
That. Okay, game 2. Game 2.
All right, on to game 2. You're going first. Let's see it.
I will draw a card. I get to draw a card.
Yep.
That's something. I guess we'll set a few and pass it over.
All right. I'll try to go to the standby phase.
No dash shoot.
Main phase. All right. I started with Lone Fire priority. Is that good?
I'm gonna flip the oppression. However, I can't negate this first one. However, the second one, or whatever you're doing afterward.
Well, I'm just gonna go straight to Titanial, and
that's probably my decision.
yeah, and that's the thing about. So if you guys aren't familiar with GOAT format rulings, in GOAT format specifically, your Royal Oppression has to be face up first beforehand. It can't be chained to a special summon, so it is a bit nerfed in GOAT format, but still a good card. Anyways, Titanial.
Shotgun it there, but it is what it is.
I will oppression you. Do you want to take that back?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave my goats. So I'll take my 28 here.
28. Yep. All right.
There's arguments to shotgun it, but there's also argument to keep it up against a dandy deck. So.
Yeah, it's like it has to be Lone Fire specifically, so I understand holding it. I will pass, and you know you have 3 Trap Dust Shoot, but I drew my 1 of Trap Dust Shoot.
That's a card.
Oh, huh. Well, it seems like I take the Saborg, but admittedly still kind of annoying because you have a Mirror Force that I have to deal with.
Yeah, that will out your Titanial pretty clean. Where's top of deck? There you are. I guess while you know I have it, I'll just get rid of this.
Huh. I'm thinking if I should negate with Titanial. I think the answer is no.
Okay. So go standby anything?
Nope.
Main.
All good.
Set a card. Totally don't know what that card is.
Could be anything. Alright, I'll go battle. Walk into the Mirror Force, and then I do have the Book of Moon for it.
Pretty good.
Main 2, I think I'll just pass here.
That works too.
All right. Is there a titanial or a torrential? Okay, that works. Okay, well, you stabilized, and I will pass. I don't have anything to do.
Me either, though. That's the problem.
I don't think I'm gonna have anything to do anytime soon, unless I draw one. Oh. Ah, that doesn't work because you have oppression. All right. Well, I will pass.
We have oppression.
The oppression is a problem, though. I will say it is a bit problematic. I need to draw a Raikou.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll set that.
Set a card. Oh, that's a good draw. Sangan.
Yep. Go for my classic.
Yep. Get in for 1,000.
Sounds good to me.
Not as common in Edison, but still a good normal summon nonetheless.
I am plagued without monsters. Go ahead.
Alright, well, I think since it worked so well, I might as well do it again.
Yo, he already plussed. He's putting in 2K.
Alright. I think main 2, I will be a little bit greedy and tribute something for Vanity Stream.
That is greedy.
That's fine. I think I have to get Raikou here. I did already normal summon, so I can't do anything else. I just have to pass.
I'm going to go standby main. Please do not have...
No solemn, you're good.
Oh, baby.
3 draws. Let's go.
That's not good. Well, you go. Damn. That is a tough decision.
Got some choices to be made, eh?
I think this one is going to have to go.
Okay, that makes sense.
I wish it didn't, but...
Well, you have oppression.
Yeah. Pay
Okay.
100 so you can pay 800.
Well, I will set a monster. It could be anything.
Could be anything. I guess I'll try and get back in the game again.
You're good. I can't do anything about that. Well, just like that.
Duel.
You are, what, ahead of a card?
I think I'm ahead of card.
Yes,
But I
you
will be
are.
down from this right though. I kind of... I guess? Okay. No, we have to let... Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'm thinking, and this is gonna work.
Alright, well, this draw made my life and my decisions a lot easier, so I will go ahead and flip up this Raikou. I'm going to target your Royal Oppression.
That works.
I will mill 3. Then, after that, I would like to activate Nobleman of Crossout.
He put that card in.
Yep, I definitely did.
Where is that?
Ooh, it's the
Are you
Fate.
playing Blue Fate, sir?
I think is it banned in this format? I think it's banned in this format.
It is banned in Edison. It
Alright.
just so happens that I am no longer playing any Fates either.
Okay, well, from here, I guess I can do this. So what I'll do is I will activate Debris Dragon. I will target the Lone Fire in my graveyard.
I will disappear the Lone Fire.
Disappear? You have disappeared the Lone Fire.
Let's go and kill
Oh my god, the disappear. Well, thankfully I still have a Raikou on board.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go for the Iron Chain Dragon and try to get him for 25. Notably
There's
turning
no-
off your brain control, and then I will mill you for 3. Don't mill a Cert, please. Oh, I can mill you a Light and Dark.
1, 2, 3.
Whew, okay. Alright, I will set a card and pass.
Interesting.
Have you finally drawn into a
Stand by
monster? Yep,
main.
you're all good.
I have drawn into cards.
Okay, cards that keep you in the game?
Unfortunately, Brain Con is off the table. However, a Snatch Deal is very much on the table.
Ooh, that is on the table, okay.
And then we'll just do one of these,
Oh,
and we'll take out that one.
I mean, I have to torrential, that sucks.
Okay.
So you do get your
Hit the
plus.
fourth and the... But now I'm dead to any normal? I'm dead to any normal summon?
Is that the
that's
case?
I will do this.
Surely those are real back row and not a brain control. Oh, wait a minute. Please tell me it's live. Pete, are you ready for this? Are you ready for my spicy
I'm
tech
so-
card?
I'm so ready.
I'm gonna banish a dark and a wind. for the Dark Samorg.
All right.
And I'm gonna try and go to the battle phase. Try and get it for 27.
Wait, what? Hold on. Well, this card must be this card is also way. This card in your hand advantage dark when just what the? Hey, the card in your grip. What? What? Yep. I can't do anything about that.
Ooh, let's go! The spicy tech card. It didn't do anything. I wanted this to be like a floodgate for you.
Yeah, because that's I was setting a lot, and not being able to do anything with those sets is
would have felt pretty bad. Good. Yeah, but you had the brain control, so I guess at some point, if you had drawn a Monarch, you could have outed it that way. But meta brain. Yeah, I also had the Quickdraw. But I decided I had to summon my good friend Dark Samorg.
I mean, you got it for game, so I was just glad my disappear came in clutch.
Yeah, the disappear was sick.
It did stop lethal that turn, though. I would have been 100% dead that turn.
Well, that is episode 1. LP, do you have any closing thoughts for the video?
I mean, this is just the first of many, so Go Format is going to come back, all right? But thank you guys so much for watching, and Fancy, thank you so much for having me on the channel.
Yep,
and I'm
absolutely.
happy to see where this series is going to go.
All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.